Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be looking at something considerably smaller compared to my previous review. Speaking of which, like, comment, and subscribe, all those one doodads. I'll have all of the figures that are featured in this review as comparisons in the description below and in the pinned comment. So, let's continue. So, here we have Core Class Starscream from the Bumblebee movie, and Concept Art Frenzy from the, Bumblebee movie. So yeah, so as you can see, one new mold, one repaint of a mold we already have. So just to complete the Rumble Frenzy brothership, I guess is the best way to describe it. But yeah. So, and can I say this? If this is the last wave that Core Class for Studio Series ends up going out on, then I find it kind of poetic because we end at where we started. A core class for a bigger figure, aka kind of like how Ravage was for this guy, and a figure who arguably already has a bigger version, that being Shockwave. Because if you don't remember, these two were the first core classes that were released for Studio Series. And I find it kind of interesting that if this is the last wave, then, well, it's kind of poetic in a weird way. You get a minion for Soundwave and a bot who already had a bigger figure, or in this guy's case, was going to get a bigger figure. So yeah, I find that kind of ironic in a way. Or poetic, whichever. Words are not my strong suit. But yeah, let's get these guys out of the way. So yeah, then also, just a quick comparison between this guy and his counterpart. So as you can see, the only real difference is just that this one's black and red, this one's blue and a lighter shade of blue. Both with Decepticon hammers. If the camera will focus, thank you. So yeah. I do wish they kind of did some remolding to this guy to give him actual hands. To make him at least a little bit different compared to his counterpart. So yeah. Then also he can do the ever popular Soundwave thing of where if you had the Soundwave figure from the Bumblebee movie, you can open this up, make sure it goes in this way with this foot with the cutout in, because when you put it in, it is a bit of a tight fit, but it allows this little groove right here in the molding to fit in, so there's no pushback. So yeah. But then again, he also does get a little bit stuck, so you can push him out because you can just essentially yeah. So yeah, he can do the ever so present Soundwave gimmick. Sorry about that. So yeah, so let's get some comparisons for this guy done. I already showed you the comparison between this guy and Core Shockwave, and honestly, I think it would have been a bit cool if we got a Core Soundwave as well. But considering Core is dying out and it's probably going to be relegated to pack and accessories for bigger bots, then I don't know if we're gonna get that. But yeah, so let's compare him to his Voyager version. As you can see. So yeah, a bit of a different design, but considering this guy's a core class, I think there are some changes that kind of needed to be made, because the wings here are swept back, while these guys, they're, straightforward. Though I do feel like this gives this design a little bit more, swoosh ability, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so it's a change that needed to happen if you wanted the wings to be upturned in the robot mode. So just doing it like this makes sense. Yeah, and also they do have the gun where the same part is, so it's like a mini little Tetrajet. I think we now have a Tetrajet just in two sizes, just in this size now because of this figure, and in the Voyager scale with both this guy and the Siege version. So yeah, so let's get this out of the way. And also comparison to the only other core Starscream that exists, that being the G1 one from Kingdom. And Honestly, I kind of like this guy a little bit better. Just more so in just design when we get to robot mode. And like, this jet mode looks unique. And I don't fault the designers for us not getting any more core classes in the future. I blame marketing on that. But yeah. So, let's get this out of the way. And let's get on to transformation the first. That being Rumble. Because I already covered this in my Decepticon, like, concept, well, not concept art, like my big Bumblebee movie Decepticon, like, review. So, let's get this done out of the way. So, let's fold. Basically, unfold him in half, like this. Split the legs apart, remove the two guns, set those off to the side, flip the feet down, bring the arms out to the side, fold them forward, rotate them all down, just like so, and then rotate the head around. Then we just plug in the guns on each side, just like so. And there we have a little core frenzy in robot mode, and I don't know why my camera is doing this. But yeah, here he is in robot mode. Camera focus, please. Thank you. I don't know why it's doing this. Like weird bloom effect, like where it's just fuzzy. Like it's never really done this before. But yeah, so let's get like this guy transformed for comparison. Okay, here he is next to Rumble, and as I said earlier, it's just essentially just like a very big palette swap between these two, though they do have some different paint applications to make them like a little bit different, like this being an entire like solid yellow piece here. Well, the collars being different. I feel like there could have been a bit more red on this guy because he's he's basically molded in the gunmetal and in black plastic. Well, this guy is molded in the blue and the gunmetal, which helps make the contrast a little bit bigger. So maybe they could have just done like a dark red for this guy, but it is what it is. They already made the figure, so I mean you could custom it, but like I'm not that like big of a customizer. Like I only really do small details, so yeah. So again, pretty much the same between the two. I'll go over articulation for this guy real quick. For the head, he has a ball joint at the head, can do a full 360. Arms are on a hinge joint inside of the chest. Full rotation here. Nothing really at the arms unless you count the hinge joints here. I do wonder if someone's going to make an upgrade kit for this guy because I feel like this guy with some actual elbows, because this is on a mushroom peg, would honestly go really well for this guy because he has such good leg articulation. I feel like he needs arms to back that up. Like, I understand the reference with the pile drivers, but I feel like regular arms would have been a lot better because, well, we'll get that when we get to accessories for this guy. So, he does have a backwards ab crunch because of his transformation. Legs can go forward that far, can go back that far, and can go out really far. Knees are on a ball joint, so you get over 90 degrees and a rotation. And then the feet just go upwards thanks to transformation. That's really it. So yeah, this guy has so much promise, and then just kind of stumped at the arms. Like, I feel like he would have been a hell of a lot more fun. Like, just a pocket-sized posable mini-bot. But this is what we got, so yeah. So yeah, he does come with accessories. He does come with these two little blaster things that you can combine and form a little pistol. You can do the same thing with the other one. And then you can give both of them to Soundwave, so I guess you could dual wield pistols. So that's cool. But yeah, I just tend to keep them on the back to reference the guns. And speaking of Soundwave, so let's get this guy straightened up. The camera stop shaking. Sorry about that. Just getting this back on here. Come on. There we go. Getting this stuff back on there. And then the final comparison with, for at least for Rumble here, or Frenzy. God, I get these two confused way too often. Like, and then there is Ravage. So it's nice having a live action like Soundwave family. We are missing Laserbeak though, but then again, with Core Class ending, I doubt they're going to do a like Laserbeak. Though I would love to see them do it, personally. But yeah. So let's get these out of the way. Let's move on to Core Class Starscream. So let's get this down a little bit. So, start off with for his transformation, just take off the gun here, set it off to the side. This does allow you access to the flight stand port, because that's where it plugs in. First things first, untab the arms from the thighs. There we go. And then untab the feet here from what will be the pylons. Just like so. Fold up the nose cone in there. Rotate all of this on a ball joint, which is honestly pretty clever for a core class. Bring it up like here. Rotate the head around, and then it'll just slide over there. And then untab the legs, rotate them around, fold in the back fin, just like so. Then rotate the feet forward. And there we have Core Class Starscream in robot mode. And honestly, it's a cute little robot mode, I gotta say. Like, I feel like if they started out with more of this in the middle of the Studio Series, like, line, and even then, I know the core class is meant for characters that are actually small, like the Exosuit Noah, the, whatever the bike was from the last night, Freezer and the other four-armed bot from Rise of the Beasts. Like, I understand it was made for that, but I feel like it would have been a little bit more successful if they made a few more of the, like, main characters pocket-sized. But yeah. So, he does come with his little gun that is meant to replicate the gun that is on the Voyager. But I feel like it's done better here because it's not overcoming... Well, no. It's not... words escape me at the moment because... God, my brain. It doesn't look like it's covering the hand. In this case, it's not like it's merging out of the hand. It's like, it's just a regular gun he's holding. Which looks a lot better because it then also doesn't match the same color as the arms here. Because on the Voyager, let's raise the camera up a little bit. Oh, sorry. There we go. Because on the Voyager here, the gun was made to look like it was coming out of the hand, while this just looks like a regular gun. I always thought this extended a bit too far down, which is why I always did folding the hand back and then under, like just making it look like it actually came out of the hand. So yeah. So then also, here he is next to Core Shockwave and his G1 self. Which, can I say, how cool it is we have multiple options for essentially our favorite characters, because, like, these are both recognizably Starscream, but I like this one designed a little bit more because, well, it's not because of the, like, my Bumblebee movie bias, but, like, he just looks more dynamic than the G1 blocky design. Even though this toy is good, I just like messing with this guy a bit more. But then again, that could also be recency bias. So yeah. So let's get on to this guy's articulation. Let's get the gun out of the hand. And the gun is blast effect compatible, if I'm correct. If not, then Nope, it is. Blast effect compatible. So, let's get on to articulation for this little guy. So to start off with, he has a focus camera. So yeah, he has a rotation at the head, and it's just that because it's like clipped on here. Shoulders are on a ball joint, can go out that far. Could do a full 360, but they bump into the wing. The wing does move, but it like, I don't know if you can hear that, but like it clicks past something, and I don't know if I want to do it all that often. But if you do that, you get a full like rotation here. Elbows are on a ball joint, so they can do a full 360 and go to 90. That happens sometimes, where the shoulder ball joint is a little bit loose, so I'll probably just fix that later. Nothing at the waist, considering how this guy transforms. Legs can't go back that far, can go forward that far. Knees can bend to 90. There's a full rotation here because of a ball joint. There's also ankle rotation because of the transformation, so if you want to use that for anything. But yeah, no ankle pivot. So, and honestly, this is a pretty good core class. So if you wanted a pocket-sized version of a very much dynamic Starscream, I honestly say go for this guy, because like it just looks cool in my opinion. Like, I'm going for the rule of cool here of like, if it looks cool, I like it. But yeah, so let's get this guy compared to, well, not his wave mate actually. So, where are you? There you are. So here he is next to Frenzy. But yeah, so it is very interesting to me that these are essentially going to be the last two core classes for the like producers line, because I don't know. I always loved core class. Like, put it down in the comments. What would you have wished core class would have done? Because I do wish core class kind of did more combiners, or would in the future. Because I feel like there's a few that haven't been done yet, like Monstructor hasn't been done yet. But then again, I'm pretty sure they'll probably remold, or at least heavily retool the Dinobot combiner to become them, or at least maybe the Dino King version to become them. But even then, I feel like that would need a lot more remolding, because while they're based on the same toys as them in the G1 sense, they don't really fit the dinosaur aesthetic. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I wish we would have seen like a Devastator, or I don't know. Maybe a Bruticus would have been awesome. But yeah, put it down in the comments. Who would you love to see has a core class design? Could be from anywhere in the franchise. All that fun stuff. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all those fun doodads. I'll keep the playlists up for all these videos down in the comments below. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and this is me signing out. Peace.